Welcome back. CNN has major new information about the Paris attacks and the hunt for the terror suspect Salah Abdeslam. CNN's Alexandra Field is joining us now from Brussels with more on all of this. Alexandra, French intelligence now believe Abdeslam is back in Syria. What else are you learning?
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility, and we are being told by law enforcement sources that French authorities are at least acting under the assumption that he could be in Syria. Yet, the terror alert level does remain high throughout Belgium, and searches do continue here to try and root out anyone who could be connected to this cell. At the same time, Lynda, we are learning more about Salah Abdeslam, the man at the center of this international manhunt, the man who police have most wanted to find since these attacks transpired. We do now know that Salah Abdeslam was in Paris back in September, 2 months before the attacks. And we've now learned that in October, just a month before the attacks, he was at a fireworks store just north of Paris, where he is said to have purchased 10 detonators. This adds to the portrait that officials had already built about who Salah Abdeslam is and what role he may have played. They have previously said that he did in fact rent some of the cars that were used in these attacks. They have also said that it is unclear to them whether or not it was his intention to participate in the attacks on the night that they transpired, or if it was always the plan for him to return to Belgium to plan further attacks. And Lynda, we do know that he was able to return from France to Belgium on the night after the attacks because police at that point didn't yet know exactly who they were looking for.
Yeah, that is true. And we're also hearing that there was a plan for these attackers to specifically target Jewish areas within Paris.
Right. This relates to Abdelhamid Abaoud, who has been called the mastermind of these attacks. He was, of course, killed in a raid with his female cousin by police. But we are now learning that an associate of this female cousin, somebody who was in touch with the female cousin, in fact, willingly went to police and said that there were further plans that Abaoud planned to carry out, including attacks on Jewish areas, attacks on the transport system, and even attacks on schools. So this is something that right now police are looking into further, trying to see what kind of details they could piece together as to who else could have been potentially involved in carrying out some of these plans. Lynda.
Okay, thanks very much, Alexandra Field in Brussels, for bringing us up to date with all of that. Talk to you soon.